Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Who's this? Sorry. I'm hearing you on the Ustream or on Skype.
On Skype, you hear me?
Okay. My name is Ilangho from India.
Hi, nice, welcome.
Oh, thank you. This is the first time I'm using Skype.
Okay, you're
You're
doing
able to
well.
see me?
Yeah, I can. No, I can't see you.
You can't see me on my webcam, is it?
No, I just can hear you.
So is it okay?
Yeah, this is perfect.
Ustream is lagging behind by 60 seconds, is it?
Yeah, it's lagging behind, so you can turn the volume down or turn it off.
No, I have turned it off.
Hmm.
You're able to hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
Yesterday, Julie chatted with me on Facebook regarding the review for the website.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, she sent me it. It was really, she sent me some words of yours, I think. It was really
Yeah.
lovely.
And thank you very much for all the things that you're doing for everybody globally.
Oh, my pleasure. It really is a joy talking about this.
Okay. So is there a possibility of you coming to India?
I used to come a lot. I used to come once or twice a year. There's always a possibility. I'm open for coming in November, December, or January. And yeah, next year. I normally, for the last 8 or 10 years, have gone every winter, but not last year.
To Tiruvannamalai, basically, is it?
To Tiruvannamalai, no, originally I used to go to Mumbai a lot to see Ramesh Balsakar.
Okay.
Yeah, to Tiru, lots of different places, Kerala.
Okay. Uh, uh, can I ask you something now?
Yeah, sure.
You are enlightened, right?
Um, well, what do you mean by enlightened?
Because that's what you say in the book too.
What I say, what do you mean by enlightened?
In the book, For the Love of Everything,
Yeah.
there is, I don't remember the exact words, but there is one sentence somewhere which says it's rather sort of ridiculous or sort of a joke for a extremely enlightened person to have routine things happening in life. I mean, that was the only sentence where I thought you committed on yourself being enlightened. I may be wrong. Subject to
Ah.
correction.
Um, well, what do you mean by enlightenment? Or you're
Yeah,
saying
my definition of enlightenment till I started hearing your talks. Before that was that it was a state of no mind.
yeah.
Then after hearing your teachings, it's a state where the body-mind mechanism just lives with the entity of me being silenced.
Yeah, it's the end of that person that claims to be anything in form. That's the way I would describe it.
Yeah,
It's
in
the
that way you are enlightened.
uh, but if then you've got to say who would have that, because that too would be something in form, the idea of enlightenment.
Or the body-mind mechanism now speaking to me.
Well, but the body mind mechanism isn't really what's speaking to you. I mean, you could say maybe the body is absence of a personal self, but really once that collapse happens, it's also an impossibility to claim that. There's simply life happening. There's simply what is. It's happening, but also not happening.
I understand that teaching of everything and nothing, which is a paradox, sort of like a Zen koan.
Yeah.
But still, in the history of human beings, we have revered the masters right from Buddha, Adi Shankara, or Nisargadatta, or Ramana Maharshi. We have treated them as gurus, as masters who have attained a state of being where, it's beyond explanation, but they were revered as, at least in India, as rishis and,
Yeah.
yogis. And what is your comment on that?
Well, that too is what's happening, and it's not separate from anything else. If there is a somebody that's revered as a master, it's
Yeah.
certainly not the image that is held here of this body. It's not but it's not that that image isn't held. Neither. That it's not seen as this body is enlightened or not enlightened. It's simply what is.
So did you have a master in Roger Castillo?
I didn't have a master that was separate from anything else. There was life happening, and there was an illusion that Lisa was in relationship with life, and like the ocean, will keep rubbing against the rocks until the rocks become soft. Life kept rubbing against Lisa until she no longer existed. Lisa kept bumping herself against others and bumping herself against her own illusions. She kept wanting to hold on to things, and everything she tried to hold on to, she couldn't. She couldn't make anything permanent, including herself. And there was a meeting of lot of speakers on non-duality and doing loads of different things. There was living with my ex-boyfriend Roger, loads of different things, but you can't say any of them was one master higher than the other, because there's nothing really separate. There is simply what is happening. Yeah?
So Lisa doesn't exist now.
You can't say yes or no to that. There is a character which still appears called Lisa, but there is no one that is experiencing Lisa anymore. There is not somebody that's experiencing life anymore or experiencing that anymore. There is simply what is.
This happened at a certain period in your life, right? Certain few years ago or something.
Yeah.
I read that in the book in Bali.
Yeah, in Bali. It had been happening seemingly for many years before that as well.
Mm-hmm. So this time it became permanent.
There seemed to be a massive change that happened in Bali, from me being inside the body in relationship to the world to simply the world.
So for people like us who still believe in the master-disciple relationship,
yeah,
what is your advice to us? Prior to Bali, you were looking at certain people as teachers, if I am right.
Yeah.
So we are in that same stage now, and you are a master to us.
So if that's what's appearing, that's perfection. Whatever appears is God.
So what would be your advice or suggestion to people like us?
That there's nothing that could be out of line. There's not anything. There's not someone that can get anything wrong and go to the wrong master, or there is simply life happening, and these words and the light and the sounds, everything is reflecting back God, and God is what's hearing, not the person, the separate person.
So is this God talking to God?
Yeah, of course. And it's not you as a separate entity that's listening to this. These sounds are God, and there's nobody separate from these sounds. There's simply these sounds and vision happening, and all of it is God. And there's not you in relationship with it. There's not you listening to it. There's not consciousness listening to it. There is simply the sounds, the light, whatever is appearing, happening. And as that person begins to crumble, then it's also seen to be totally empty as well, and not happening. It's totally free.
So whatever is happening is destiny, right? There's no free will.
I wouldn't quite call it destiny, because to me destiny implies something else, something in the future. I would say that everything that is appearing is exactly in place. It couldn't be any other way.
And is it okay? Tell me.
It's the perfect flow of things, or no thing. It's the perfect flow of no thing or things, whichever way you phrase it.
So is it that everything which happens in the entire universe is scripted?
That's how Ramesh used to phrase it. That wouldn't be the way it would be phrased here. It would be more that everything in the universe needs everything else in order to exist, so there can never be a separate movement. And time isn't happening in a linear line like the humans think it. The beginning and the end have already happened.
But what is your opinion on free will and destiny? I understand what you're telling, that everything is happening now.
There is no free will.
Yeah, but Ramesh Balsekar used to talk about the script. So is it, I mean, is there a free will, or is there everything is preordained?
I don't really know what you mean by preordained, but there is no free will.
There is no free will.
There is nobody acting independently.
So whatever we are talking is
happening,
not by us.
And it's not by the character, and it's not by the body. The body is the robot which produces the sounds, which seemingly is producing the sounds, but it's not creating anything. It is a creation.
By the creator.
Yes, which is everything. You find the creator in everything, and no one thing. It's no one thing more than any other thing.
So there is no, I mean, just to reiterate your teachings in the book, there is no personal responsibility.
No, there is no person. But bodies will be held accountable. If I were to go out and shoot somebody now, then the body would be held accountable. But there is no body that's inside that body acting independently.
In your life, was there any particular event or incident or advice which created the paradigm shift in you? You had answered this earlier, that I mean, if you had known like how to, you know, sort of become a nobody, then you would become a millionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but was there any particular incident or, you know, certain event at Bali or before that which created? Somewhere I read that it was once during Tony Parsons' lecture that you had that synchronization or.
But you can't separate anything out from anything else. You can't. Can you separate out the light from the sky?
No.
Or the light from the fire, or the wind from the clouds? It's impossible. You really can't. If you look to nature or you look to anything, you can't separate anything out. But we look to our lives and we believe that we can separate out one thing to another. There are no things. There is one energy expressing itself.
And it's a mystery.
Total mystery, and that mystery is the freedom of it.
I have been in spirituality for about a couple of decades. I mean, as you frequently say, the story in La La Land. Okay, I wouldn't want to talk about that, but what I wanted to ask was sort of. I'm sorry, I got lost.
Oh, that's okay. I have this effect on people.
What is?
The mind can go a bit blank when I'm speaking with it.
Mm-hmm. I'm really sorry, my webcam is not working.
That's okay.
Maybe next time I will try to get the software.
It'd be nice to see you. It's nice. It's nice if people can see me as well. When I've got better internet, I can do that.
I'm seeing you actually delayed.
You see me?
On the Ustream, no?
I'm
watching you.
Oh yeah, but behind, yeah.
Yeah, correct. Actually, what I wanted to ask was something on the lines of in spiritual practice, we do certain things, and then I got it. I had actually an initiation by a saint in India, and for about 3 months I was in a state of no mind, bliss. What masters like you, like Eckhart Tolle or Osho or Adi Shankar, you keep talking about, you know, love is everything and you are God.
Yeah.
That sort of experience was there, then I lost it.
Yeah.
Now I'm able to understand, feel whatever you're saying, that everything, no thing, and everything is happening by itself. And this is a story, and then me attaches to what's happening and then creates the reiterates the personal story, and that's how life goes about in the world routinely for everybody.
Yeah. But when you had that awakening, there was still a person there, so it became a personal thing. It was still an experience.
Right.
Somebody still had that experience. But there was a taste of it. So then when you're listening to these words, there's
Yeah.
a taste of knowing what's being talked about. But the person, it's still somebody that can see that experience. And what we're talking about is no experience. What is there that's no experience? No
I understand.
thought, no feeling, no memory, no future. There's something
I,
here that's free of everything and full of everything simultaneously.
I understand. I wanted to ask this question. This is the question I'm coming down to. This is
Okay.
spontaneous, right? One is, how does a person, quote unquote, master Lisa Cairns? Okay, whether if you don't want that label, it's okay.
I don't even see myself as Lisa Cairns, let alone as master. But it's okay. I said I don't even see myself as Lisa Cairns, let alone master. But it's okay. We can run with what's appearing.
I shouldn't call you as master, is it? You don't like that?
It's not that I like it or not like it. It's just that I don't even see myself as Lisa, let alone another title of master.
Yeah, I understand. But when somebody calls you Lisa, you turn back.
The body does, yes.
Yeah.
But that's not who I am, the body.
Okay. The question was like, people like us who are, seeking, everybody is seeking in different ways. I mean, we are seeking spirituality. We have never had this opportunity to speak to somebody enlightened like this in the era of the internet. When Buddha was there, they said in Bihar, in India, about 10,000 people knew him. When Jesus Christ, we don't know whether he was enlightened or not. I mean, certain people, very few people knew about him. Adi Shankara, very few people knew. At the ages of, say, for example, Ramana Maharshi, certain people came to know. Then Osho came about. Then Eckhart Tolle. My question is to you, as a master, as enlightened person, or no person, what is the feel as a human being with a body-mind mechanism to know that you are the universe?
Nothing.
That's what the Vedas say.
Nothing.
I am the universe.
Nothing. It feels like nothing. And that's the beauty of it.
It feels like nothing. But you say it is everything and love.
Yes, you could say everything and you could say love as well.
Love means a sense of happiness always.
No. And not love as a feeling. It feels like nothing. Nothing.
And everything.
And everything. And you could describe it as love, but not as love as a feeling.
How would you describe to people like us who have not been, who have not attained this no-mind status, what does the feel near to?
There is no feeling, which it is. That's why I say nothing. All feelings come and go. Every form comes and goes. Feelings, sensations. Thoughts, ideas, concepts, everything comes and goes. It's not in that, yet it's in everything. And that is true love, but not love as a feeling, not love as bliss experience, not love as heart chakra opening. They're all experiences and they'll come and go, like everything else. There will never be any security found in form. All form is moving continuously.
So what is love according to you? I mean, your book is titled as Love of Everything.
Love is this.
Beyond words.
Beyond words, beyond feelings, beyond anything. Anything. Or you could say love is nothing. No thing.
And why is it that Lisa Cairns got this enlightenment, other people don't get it?
Lisa Cairns didn't. You're still imagining me as somebody.
Yeah.
You still imagine the body or somebody enlightened. Who's hearing the sound of these words now? It's not you as a doctor. It's not you as somebody that's been seeking for 2 decades. That's something that's appearing in this, which is claiming to be more than what it is. Who hears, who sees, who feels? It's not the body. The body is an interpreter, not the experiencer.
It's not the ear.
No. It's not the eyes. In a dream at night, we often dream as if we're a body moving through the dream. And is it that body which sees the dream?
No.
It seems to be through that body, but it's nobody seeing. There is simply dream happening, as if it's through a body, just like this one.
I'm listening to you with my eyes closed. Because the news stream is, it's coming a bit late.
Yeah, it's confusing.
And so basically your voice and my voice are the same source.
Yeah, and the hearing and the voice are the same thing. There is no hearing of the voice, there's simply the voice, and that is God.
So you and I are the same.
Everything is the same. Everything's made of nothing. There are no things. There are no independent things. And the way that everything knows itself is by the appearances, not by somebody experiencing the appearances.
So why is this mystery happening?
For no reason.
And who's doing it? The Creator?
Nobody. Nobody imaginable, nobody in the world of things, nobody in our regular language. And the Creator is everywhere and nowhere. And it's who everything or what everything truly is.
You frequently teach about this everything and nothing, right? Everything, nothing.
Yeah.
It's a paradox. Is it to still the mind?
Well, it's not really a paradox, but it's just the way our language is set up, because everything's in movement. Where is a solid thing? When is there a solid thing? Are there actually any things here? There's an appearance of things, but everything's moving and changing. And at what point is it something? It's actually always nothing, no thing.
So it is not something?
There are no things. There seems to be a table, but if we got a microscope out, then we would say, oh, it's wood, and then we'd go even deeper and say it's particles. It's the same with the body. It's an endless hall of mirrors.
But there is an energy field everywhere.
There is energy, which is all made of nothing. Even science proves that now. When they get to the bottom, to the smallest, I think, quark or something it is, when they look inside, there's nothing there.
The point is science is not able to figure out what's happening. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
So can we say that it is a no thing because we don't know?
Yeah.
Can't we say it's something there? I mean, doing all these things, some mysterious force, the God, whatever.
Whatever we call it. But the reason why I keep hammering on it's no thing is because you'll try to imagine it in ideas which can't be it. Anything in creation cannot think about the Creator.
Beg your pardon, what's that?
Anything in the creation cannot think about the Creator. So therefore you always have to say no thing. Because even if you say mysterious energy or potential energy or the X factor, whatever you call it, it's still a thing. It's still something in this, and the source is no thing, yet everything. No one thing. So if you call it intelligence, you're labeling it as something again.
When I first contacted you on Skype with questions, I mean, 3 or 4 things which you told me was like perfect.
Yeah.
You were saying, when I asked you what should I do, you said doing happens.
Yeah.
And the second thing you said was nothing lives, nothing dies.
Yeah.
And the other one was there is no you. Correct?
Yeah, that sounds like what would come out of this body, yes? Or come out of this, yeah.
I was just thinking, asking, Julie or somebody to create a Wikipedia for Lisa Cairns.
Oh, what?
Wikipedia. Wikipage.
Oh.
Wikipage where, for example, a lot of celebrities have, their postulates.
Oh, yeah.
Where stuff like doing happens, there is no you. I mean, these are real insights nobody told us.
Recently, somebody asked me where the word non-duality, when it came into the West, non-duality, the word, just the word non-duality. And I was looking it up on Wikipedia, And Wikipedia has the most amazing explanation of non-duality. I was really surprised. If anybody feels like looking it up, it's really beautiful what they've written on there.
What did they write?
Oh, I can't put it into words now, but it was really accurate and really beautiful. And normally when you have write-ups of non-duality, the person that's writing it doesn't understand what non-duality is, so it's always a bit funny. But this was really beautiful.
So what is your teaching, for example, for a beginner? If somebody asks me, what does Lisa Cairns teach in a line, what should I explain to them? What is your advice, or your?
But it's always a response, really. It's not a definite teaching, because this isn't about certain words or certain ideals or concepts. It's always a response happening from no place, and it always has to change, because it's always saying something and then destroying itself, because it's not about staying in a concept. It's about what is this. So in any statement that I make, then more than likely there will be a destruction of that statement at some point.
So there is no standard teaching?
No, there is simply this. It's the end of any position, any belief system.
Okay, is Lisa Cairns a teacher?
Some people might say that no, but that might be the description.
No, to us you are a teacher, you are a master, but I'm asking you.
From here, no. There is no Lisa Cairns. There's simply what is. And there's an appearance of a character that comes when it needs to come.
Okay, if there is no Lisa Cairns, is there a teaching coming through the body-mind mechanism to us? For example, doing happens, nobody has told this to us. Coming even from Nisargadatta Maharaj, like he was always saying, understand. And people like Nisargadatta or Eckhart Tolle or even up to Adya Shanti, Moji, they were talking to a person, they were asking us, do this, don't do this, left, right, front and center. It's only with you, we are getting this very crystallized thought of doing happens, there is no you, nothing lives, nothing dies. Nobody has given these postulates to us. That's why I'm telling this teaching is very pertinent to this present population, whatever is happening. That's why I'm asking you. I do understand that Lisa Cairns is no longer there. That's the definition of enlightenment to people like us who are not enlightened. But there is a teaching coming to us, isn't it?
There seems to be, yeah. But then eventually it will be seen that the teaching is in the birds, it's in the light, it's in the computer, it's in the sounds, the humming now. It's in the feeling of the carpet on the floor. It's on the chair, sitting on the chair. It's the warmth on the skin.
That's for masters.
I don't know.
So I was just requesting, I thought, create a Wikipedia page where for Lisa Cairns, where, like 10 points. And I was just thinking about doing happens, there is no you, nothing dies. Postulates, which are correct. You can't destroy these at any point in time. Correct?
No, that it's beautiful. It's beautiful non-duality.
I have created a Word document of what you had said initially on my Skype in November, and photographed it on my cell phone. So whenever I feel like down, I just look at that. That's it. It's like a formatting of my hard disk.
Nice. Oh, well, send it to me.
Pardon?
Send it to me. I'll put it on my website.
I'll do that.
Nice. Well, lovely speaking to you. We're a little over time now. But...
Thank you so much. There are no words like, to tell you how people like us feel when talking to a master, though you may not like being called a master. This is something which is like, I would say, the red letter day of my life, sort of, because I missed out on Osho, and I had in my initiation with the saint, but I was not able to talk to her personally much, like as I'm talking to you now. This is really a great opportunity for people globally, and on behalf of all of them, thank you so much. And it's a real privilege, and we are so grateful to you. Thank you so much.
It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.